Hey Kyle, good morning, man.
Good morning, Ray. How are you?
I'm all right. Where you from, Kyle?
I'm from Franklinville.
Franklinville, New Jersey?
Yes, sir.
All right. How old are you, Kyle?
I'm 36.
Okay, 36. All right, tell me about yourself. What brings you out here to Camden today?
So today, fortunately, was able to get on the methadone clinic a little while ago, so I had to get my methadone dose out here today. Any other time wouldn't be for a good reason, but today is.
Okay, all right. Congratulations, man.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Tell me a little about yourself, Kyle.
So I'm 36 years old. Been battling addiction for 18 years of my life. Just recently got over a infection in my spine, actually, from drug use. Whatever's being cut in the drugs nowadays is destroying people, creating abscesses in their bodies, and people are losing limbs, getting real bad infections, and I ended up with a spinal infection. Almost lost my life.
Oh, man.
Yeah, so if it wasn't for catching it when I did, and my wife making me go to the hospital, I probably wouldn't be here today. So, addiction's not a very fun thing to battle, but it's something that's very achievable to beat. You just got to keep your mind to it.
Absolutely.
So
that's traumatic. How was your childhood, man?
I had a great childhood. The thing about drugs, it can affect anybody from a rough upbringing to a multi-millionaire upbringing. It has no discrimination whatsoever. So my upbringing was phenomenal. I had two great parents. Did everything and anything they could for me. Involved me in all kinds of sports. I was a good kid. I had fun. I enjoyed life.
Okay. How's your grades?
My grades in school?
Yeah.
I was an average student. I'm more of a trade school kind of person, hands-on.
With your hands, okay. Yeah. All right. What sports was you involved in, man?
So I used to race dirt bikes for a living, and I played soccer and baseball.
Okay. All right. So pretty
yeah.
Decent childhood.
Yeah.
How do you think everything turned around with the drugs and stuff?
So I was introduced to it, I guess, late in my early senior year of high school. It started with little partying with marijuana and some cocaine use, and then I got involved in selling the drugs, and was up for a substantial amount of time. And one of the people I was at the time messing with introduced me to it and introduced me to heroin. And once I did that first one, that was it, man. It was a whole lifestyle change and game changer for me. It I hate to say it because it's not glorifying. It was a feeling I've never felt, and it took a lot of pain and stuff away from my life, so I thought, before it absolutely destroyed me.
Yeah.
So.
Dang, man. Like you said, man, drugs don't discriminate, man.
Not one bit, man.
Whole turnaround.
Yeah,
Have you ever been homeless out here?
Yeah, I was homeless. So I had like I said, I've been battling it for 18 years. So I had 7 years clean, and unfortunately had an accident where I had to have surgery on my hand, and the hospital gave me a narcotic, and it actually woke the monster right back up. And within 3 years, I lost a business, my 2 kids, a house, 4 cars, my family. Every and anything that I worked for and loved in life was gone. It happened real quickly. I thought I had it all under control and then I could beat it, and it wasn't.
It's rough, man. What was your business?
I do window tint, remote starts, and vehicle wraps for a living.
Oh, man.
So.
Are you trying to get back into it?
Absolutely.
Start from the ground up?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
I wish you the best of luck, bro.
I appreciate it.
What's your sign, man? When's your birthday?
I'm Aries, April 16th.
Okay. Are you spiritual at all? Religious?
Not too much. Very spiritual, I guess you would say. I don't really practice any organized religion, but I believe in a higher power 100%.
Okay.
I trust in that and have faith, and that's actually, what helps me stay clean sometimes. I can't drive my own bus. If I do, it's never any good. So I try to put it in, my higher power's hands on stuff that I can't control. The saying in the rooms is accept the things you cannot change and encourage to change the things you can. For focusing on the right things now is it's a huge awakening. The stuff that happens is there's no other answer, you know.
Your life been just very difficult, man.
Yeah, it's been a struggle.
Losing so much
self-inflicted.
Stuff, yeah. Guess what? Your head's still high. You over here doing this interview.
Yes, sir.
So it didn't break you completely at all.
No, not at all. I appreciate All Time Media for coming out here and trying to touch people and trying to save just one person's life. You know, you never know what you say might click with somebody and save their life, and they might have been, you know, had that one day that you had that epiphany and woke them up. So what you guys are doing is tremendous. I really commend and respect what you guys do.
We appreciate you, bro. Thank you, man.
You got it, man. You got it.
So what's one of your favorite meals to eat, man?
Oh, steak, man. Come on, steak.
Okay.
You know.
How you like your steak?
Rare, seared and rare.
Would you tell the youth, what advice would you give the youth that's out here running these streets, getting high, using drugs, doing crimes? I
would tell them to try to slow their life down a little bit and enjoy the times that you have as a child, and really look at where anybody that you may know or see who's in active drug use or addiction, where they're at. There's nobody that's successful doing it. There's nobody that has businesses and 20 years of drug use. There's three things: either institutions or death. You do not become successful from selling drugs, using drugs, the whole lifestyle, the quick money, the fancy cars, the materialistic things are irrelevant, because it is inevitable that you will lose it all. You will either get arrested or you will become an addict yourself and either not make it, and hopefully you have that chance to make it if you do.
Have you lost friends to this lifestyle?
I've lost many friends to this lifestyle.
How many, if you could estimate?
If I had to estimate, I'd say anywhere between 15 to 20 friends. I had childhood best friend growing up, spent 7 years in prison, came out, had a phenomenal life going, got mixed up into stuff again, and just a few months ago overdosed and died. He left his 2 kids, his wife, with no father, no husband, and all his friends and family. You know, we talked offline. You about to go to the methadone clinic, right? Yes, sir. I actually just left the methadone clinic.
You just left?
Yes, sir.
Once again, congratulations.
Thank you. I appreciate it. And I want to say one thing. When it comes to the methadone and the Suboxones and people saying that's not clean, unfortunately in my life I have an addictive personality and something missing that some people don't experience. So it's very hard to explain. But I need that to cope with it and not have to get high and lose everything due to the drug use. So if taking a Suboxone every day or going to the methadone clinic and having to take methadone every day will save my life and allow me to be a productive member of society, a father, a husband, so on and so forth, then so be it. If I was a cancer patient, unfortunately, and they told me take this medication and you'll be okay and you'll be able to live, I would do it. So it's really that simple, as long as we keep it simple.
Right.
And there's no reason to complicate it.
Now, I know you say you have an addictive personality, right?
Yes, sir.
Do you have any other addictions other than drugs, or had any other addictions?
Yeah, so when I say addictive personality, any aspect of my life, like riding dirt bikes, my cars, my house, I take everything to an extreme, so I have to be very mindful of what I do. Just to give you a quick example on how it was, I bought a little RC car for my son to play with. I liked it, so I bought a little better one for me. Well, within 2 months, I spent $6,500 on RC cars and equipment, and spent every day I wasn't working or didn't have the kids at an RC place, not with my wife and family, and just fully indulged myself in it, and without any care who I was hurting from not being there around me. And that's not anything bad, because I wasn't doing drugs, so I say, but I was taking time away from my family because I was selfish and indulged myself in something that, like I said, the addict in me took over. So I have to be very mindful in anything that I do.
Kyle, I would like to thank you for the conversation.
Very welcome.
Your courage speaking out.
Appreciate it.
You did show us something from 10 years ago. Was you like a motivational speaker or?
Yeah, so I did a lot of motivational speaks at high schools. I did a lot of AA and NA commitments, speaking for parents as well as, you know, people who are in addiction, to let them know what to look for and what to be aware of. The naiveness of not knowing what drugs can really do to you, and it sounds silly to say, but when I was younger, I didn't know heroin could ruin my life. So if I could say anything, knowledge is everything. Information. Tell your kids exactly what can happen. Show them. There's no reason to hide it and make it a secret, or, you know, think they're not of age to learn about it. They need to know, and that, I think, would help kids stay away from it, because they're trying things that they don't know what's going to happen. They think it's cool. They know no different. But if you can inform them of the negativity of it, you know, you got a very strong chance of your son or daughter never becoming that addict or ever doing something they shouldn't be doing.
All right, man. I would like to thank you for your time.
I appreciate it.
All Time Media is rooting for you, man.
I appreciate All Time Media doing what they do, man. I really appreciate you guys coming out here. Big shout out to you.
Appreciate you as well, man.
Thank you.
Join All Time Media's Patreon for exclusive content and behind-the-scenes content and face-to-face live video chat. Thank you, guys. The link is in the description below.